1990s, with the closure of this and two other sites, we lost 4,500 jobs. So the regeneration of this Osprey Quay site has been fundamental to the work that we've been doing here in Weymouth and Portland over the last 10 years or so.
It was a challenge for me which I couldn't resist, purely and simply because I had been a helicopter pilot some years ago based down here. And this particular field is where we played our sport and where our officers' club was located. The site comprises of 77 homes, and the houses vary in size from generous one-bed coach houses up to large four-bedroom family homes.
One of the great assets of the site is the way you approach the site and actually the aspect from the site out width towards Chesil Beach. Knitting in the buildings and the landscape, defining an urban design that enabled the buildings and the landscape to work particularly well together whilst taking account of that complex site and that complex topography was one of the main drivers of the scheme.
We have a lot of split-level houses because of the levels here, so you'll find that some of the gardens are situated above garages, some of the living rooms are situated one or even two floors above kitchens.
So using a 3D digital modelling tool, we were able to iterate different design solutions for the houses, place them on the site, and then walk around the development and understand what the views from within the development, the way that spaces were framed, and also the views on the terraces and within the homes would be like to the surrounding area.
I'm particularly pleased, in fact, about the large area of public open space that we have, the hard landscape that we have within the development.
We have a landscape team within our organisation who work alongside our architects to make sure that the two are considered as one. The way that the stone wraps from the buildings into external walls, takes up the large changes of level, wraps into the steps that take people from the lower fields to the upper fields.
We approached the Olympic Games, so we would very much like to provide the athletes' village, and fortunately everything we offered actually fitted exactly with their requirements.
Standing at the moment in the middle of the main dining hall for the Olympic and Paralympic Sailing Village. The village is playing host to about 600 athletes and officials for the Games and about 150 athletes and officials for the Paralympics. We're massively lucky down here at Officers Field to have the use of this zero-C development. It's definitely setting a new standard in Olympic Satellite Village. For them to come down here and have 77 architecturally designed houses just takes it to a completely new level.
I was determined that we would create homes that would be contemporary but at the same time would fit well into the surrounding landscape. And obviously for a contemporary scheme to work, the detailing needs to be extremely good.
A limited palette of reasonably good materials on the surfaces of the ground, and combining that with the reuse of railway sleepers, which brings a used and historic aspect to the landscape.
We've got natural slate roofs, we've got natural roof ridges, we've got timber windows with side shutters to try and break up some of the elevations. We've got very well laid coursed Portland stone.
Working with a local quarry, we managed to produce a coursing that was domestic in scale. It alternates different scales within it and really refers to the surrounding materials in Portland.
There was also a lot of discussion about the layout, the way in which the parking has been incorporated in quite innovative ways, some on streets, some in garage courts and so on. It is new, it is modern, it is different, but it nonetheless reflects that local vernacular.
There's 30% affordable housing, which uses the same materials and the same house types as the private for sale housing on the site.
Portland historically has been a much lower value area than the surrounding towns of Weymouth, Dorchester and of course the villages of Dorset. To make the scheme economics work here, we had to keep the build costs very tight. As an indication, we were targeting a basic build cost of below £100 a square foot, which is, I'm sure other developers agree, quite challenging.
The scheme reaches Code Level 4 in the Code for Sustainable Homes. It does this through mostly high insulation levels, improved air tightness, from having an advanced timber frame.
The scheme is heated on a district biomass heating system, or at least 58 of the homes are. 3 different plants are heating those 58 homes. The other 18 homes are heated using individual biomass boilers in each dwelling. Overall, the scheme uses less than half the carbon of a scheme simply built to building regulation standards.
Of course, it's environmentally sustainable, but perhaps of more interest to us is the sustainability of the place itself, the quality of the houses, the quality of the landscape, and the quality of the piece of town that we've created in the middle of Portland, we hope will stand the test of time.
It's very important, of course, that communities are created as well as developments. We are in the process of putting in place a very integrated scheme website and community management facility, which hopefully ensures people meet, get to know each other, work together to make sure that the place they live in is a place they want to live in for the long term.